So as I mentioned before, one of my students / members / family of my influence army has been using my frameworks and that I've been teaching, and she used it to secure a $30,000 package / opportunity. It's like The Price is Right. They gave her a package worth $30,000. Anyway, unbelievable.
You know when someone is selling from stage and at the end the audience gets up and rushes to the back of the room to buy? That's a table rush. My name is Mischa Z, and the Table Rush Talk Show is all about bringing you the tools, strategies, and tactics that you can use to grow your audience and inspire them to buy.
Another lovely day in coastal Encinitas, California. 7-ish in the morning. Going to be a beautiful day. Summertime in California on the coast by the beach. Life is good. So, hey, quick, I just want to encourage everybody as well, before I dive deep into Carisa's success using the frameworks, so you can use that as encouragement for what you do. But I also want to say, hey, as content creators, if we want to be heard, we've got to keep putting our voice out there. And sometimes I can get super insecure about my podcast episodes, about publishing content, about putting my voice out there. And when I talk about publishing, I'm talking about audio content where I'm literally talking, and so people can hear my thoughts, my ideas, my insecurities, my successes, my failures. It's on public record, right? So you can go to my podcast and you can hear how great I do at this or how bad I do at this. And, me personally, I try to batch record 5 episodes at a time. I would encourage you to do the same, or find those times where you can have a microphone in front of you, or you can put your earbuds in your ear and you can record, right? You can put your headphones on and record into the mic, into your headphones, your little earbuds, your AirPods, whatever headphones you use, or how you talk on the phone. And you can simply use the memo app on your phone, right? The voice memo app on your phone. But anyway, maybe when you're doing the dishes, maybe when you're doing your laundry, maybe when you're going on your walks, maybe when you're at the gym on the treadmill. And of course, all the insecurities come in. Well, what if I'm breathing heavy? What if they can hear the dishes? What if the sound quality isn't perfect? What if? Well, let me tell you, my friends, there's always going to be a what if. Find your medium, commit to a medium, and start publishing. Find the times where you can publish, where you can record. Maybe you want to write. Maybe you want to be a writer and you want to write a blog. Well, commit to a schedule and then find the times that can support that schedule. So for me, I go on walks. I know I talk about this all the time on other episodes, but I just want to reiterate it. It's so good for us to hear. As a coach of mine likes to tell me, he likes to say, hey, half of this whole deal, half of the thing we do as coaches is we just need to remind people of what they need to do and what they should be doing. It doesn't need to be new ideas all the time. It's simple reminders. Simple reminders. So I go on walks. I try to, once a week, have 5 ideas to record on, so I can do 5 episodes, 5, 10 to 20-minute episodes. And that's an hour and a half of recording. My walks are usually an hour and a half anyway, so it works perfect. I just walk circles around the Encinitas Park, the Encinitas soccer fields and baseball fields, which is actually right by the 101 freeway. I literally just walk laps. People look at me like I'm crazy sometimes. People smile. People look at me with curiosity as I'm talking into my phone with my Shure MV88 mic poking out of it. But anyway, you get the idea. So I just want to encourage everybody to start putting your voice out there. If you want to be heard, you got to be talking or writing. And hopefully you'll commit to doing it consistently. Anyhow, that leads me back to Carisa. So young Carisa Cadill. Oh my gosh, I had Carisa on my Tools for a Good Life Summit back a couple years ago, 2 years ago by now, I can't even believe it. But Carisa is a health coach. She helps sober-minded women who want to get their physical health in line. They're nice and sober now, and so they want to level up and really get their physical health, energy, and mental state in peak condition. And I'm not talking bikini shape. No, she's like, hey, how are we eating that's maximizing for the support of our mental health, for the support of our physical health? A lot of times the bikini competitors, she was a bikini competitor back in the day. That can actually be very healthy and hard on the body. It's not healthy, and it can make you hangry, starving yourself. Anyway, she's amazing. Chris is amazing. So we've been on this journey together. We've collaborated a couple times, and a few months ago, she joined my Influence Army membership. So we can go out on an influence tour, so we can start putting our messages out there in a big way, so we can go on a podcast tour, so we can guest speak on 50 podcasts in 100 days. And so she joined the membership. She's all in. I did my founding member launch. Hey, I've got this idea. I'm going to create the Influence Army membership. Come on in. And she said, yeah, I'll build this with you. Let's do it. So she jumped in, and so I've been teaching, how do we prep for a podcast tour? How do we start booking shows for the podcast tour? And then how do we actually execute the tour? I love that. That might be my 3 stages. I was going to try and come up with 5 stages, but prep, booking, on tour. I love it. The prep stage, the booking stage, the actual tour stage. I might just keep it as simple as that. But anyway, people have been, I've got 20 plus or minus members that are in some stage of prepping, booking, or launching their tour, and Carisa just had tremendous success. So actually right out of the gate, she came into the community, into my Influence Army community, family, membership, call it what you want. And then she immediately started networking, because this Influence Army community is creating networking opportunities. It's also helping you, teach you a little bit how to network, right? Part of this going on podcast tour and an influence tour is about networking. So there's the immediate benefits, obviously, of talking on podcasts, that you're speaking to other people's audiences, but you're also having networking opportunities with the hosts. You're also having networking opportunities within the Influence Army community. So pretty quick right away, Carisa as a result of joining my Influence Army community, secured, she's going to be a cover girl on a magazine. She's going to be cover girl on the Mind, Body, Soul magazine. Great magazine, beautifully done, professionally done. A real live magazine, high quality. The paper, the writing, everything. So Carisa gets to be on the cover, and she gets to put an article in the magazine, which is an awesome win right out of the gate. And so then she starts going through the frameworks that I'm teaching in the community. One of them is called the Call Out Your Audience headline. And basically with the Call Out Your Audience headline framework, you're calling out an audience, and then you're telling that audience what you want to speak about. And so you have to commit to an audience, and you have to commit to a theme. Like, what am I going to speak about? So I try to encourage people to get very specific, and my framework helps you do this. It helps you do all kinds of fun things. It's really cool. But basically, you go, so for me, I help heart-centered entrepreneurs. That's who I'm calling out, my heart-centered entrepreneurs who want to increase their impact, their income, and their authority, who want to get their message to market in a big way, all without having to throw good money after bad on Facebook ads. It's approximately what mine is. You can tweak it, you can change it. But anyway, Carisa was working diligently on hers. She had it top of mind, this call out your audience. And so who is my audience? Like, who is that person that I want to serve? Who is the perfect customer? And what is it that I want to talk to them about? This is in effect like coming up with your, 15 to 30 second elevator pitch. But anyway, so she's working on that. It's at the top of her mind. And so Carisa, at the same time, has an opportunity to speak in front of an audience. And this actually was live at a virtual event. So keep in mind all the things we're doing within our Influence Army community to teach you how to go on podcast tour and speak on podcasts, how to speak on other people's shows and stuff like that. Well, it can be live. It can be a live virtual gathering. So Carisa was on a live virtual gathering, and her 3 minutes came up, and she said, I help sober women, blah, 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 and this is what I help them do. And one of the listeners who was there to, put on this event said, oh, well, Carisa, tell me more about that. Like, Carisa's Call Out Your Audience headline was so effective, the way she did it, that one of the hosts of the event said, hey, tell me more. And so Carisa talked more about it. And then Carisa said, hey, yeah, as a matter of fact, one of the things is I get to go on a magazine cover. I get to put an article in this magazine, Mind, Body, Soul magazine. And, but I'm super nervous about it. I've never really done the magazine cover makeup and clothes and what am I going to say? And, my article and all these things, right? And so the lady, Holly, I think it was, I can't remember. She basically, what Holly does is she paints bras for celebrities and sells them for $25,000. Isn't that crazy? So Holly was like, I think that's her name. You can Google the person, $25,000 bras. Google $25,000 bras, and this lady will come up. But so this lady's like, I think I can sell $25,000 painted bras. And all her friends and social circle were like, no way, that's stupid. And she said, well, I'm going to prove you wrong. I'm going to do it anyway. So she starts doing it. She gains incredible traction. All of a sudden, she's all over the news. Celebrities are buying these darn bras from her. I guess she financially does very well with it, but she donates almost all of the money to causes. So like, single women causes, causes for, women who want to get sober, abused women, all these kinds of things, right? She's very into the female causes, which is amazing. I hope I'm saying that right too. But again, you can Google her. So she's hosting this. She's talking to Carisa on stage, right? On the virtual stage. Carissa's done her call out her audience headline. And Holly, I think that's her name, says to Carisa, hey, this is what I'm going to do for you. We're going to provide the sound stage, or the sound stage, I think you call it, where we'll stage the cover shoot for you. We're going to provide you the clothes. We're going to provide you the hairstylist. We're going to provide you the makeup. We're going to provide you the coaching. I'm going to help you write the article. This lady Holly, again, if that's her name, coaches people and charges people a lot of money to do this exact thing. And basically she says, Carisa, I'm going to give you this $30,000 package, this $30K package to support you. Call it a grant, call it whatever you want. But she's like, here you go. We're going to hook you up. And I'm going to hook you up. And so Carisa was so ecstatic. I mean, who wouldn't be ecstatic, right? And so that's actually happening as I record this. They're doing this whole cover shoot, all this stuff, all this coaching. They're doing it right now. But Carisa was so excited. She called me. Well, we were on a Zoom call. And she said, you're not going to believe this, Mischa. I used the call out your audience headline. And, oh my gosh, it helped me succinctly say who my audience is and how I help them. And this lady, this bra lady, the $25,000 bra lady, just hooked me up with this $30,000 grant. I'm trying to get in the habit of saying $30K versus $30,000 because I don't know what you're allowed to say on the interweb, like on Facebook, or when you're running ads, you have to be very cognizant of what you say. But anyway, so $30,000 value, $30K value. She was so excited and she was so grateful and just seeing things work. So big win. There you go. Shout out to Carisa, who's been with me for, we've been collaborating for 2 years. Man, I love you. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. And it's so gratifying to see, for me, the frameworks that I'm putting together and teaching, to see it helping people. Okay, there you go, everyone. Have a good day. Get your voice out there if you want to be heard, or as I like to say it, if you are not talking, no one's going to hear what you've got to say.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Table Rush Talk Show. For resources to help you sell your stuff, go to belove.media/resources. That's belove.media/resources. And be sure to subscribe, comment, 5-star, and share. Thank you again for listening.